Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Ladies of Liberty. But before I get to the video, please go to the description box and click on the Rumble link. I ask everybody to watch over on Rumble as I'm still monetized there, and it'll help with the channel greatly. Ladies of Liberty gives a monthly contribution, which I will use for this video. And this one is kind of perfect for Ladies of Liberty. You know, I've talked about Emmanuel Macron and his wife. I have been talking about them since 2014, 2015. I was calling them out. Those are my long-term subscribers. Remember that their picture was the original thumbnail for my Societal Narcissism playlist. They were the face of societal narcissism. Why? Because I was calling out that relationship, 10, 12 years ago. Because it was public knowledge of what she had done. She was his teacher. She was 40-something years old. He was 14 or 15 years old at the time. She's a pedophile, and they were being put on this stage. He's the president of France, and everybody's capitulating. Everybody's just going along with wait a minute, dude. This guy's married to his freaking grandmother. She was his teacher. He was 14, 15 years old. This isn't normal. This is a problem. Okay, because allowing that and accepting that opens the door for so much more degeneracy. And when I saw it back then when he first got elected, I think he was 38 when he first got elected. He was young and she was old. It was obvious that what he was married to was older. So, and that was at the early stages of this channel. And I saw it then. But for where it's come with them, now they're suing, Candace Owens. And look, I've talked about Candace before. I knew her when she was Red Pill Black way back in the day. Chatted a few times before she was ever really popular. Nice girl. I didn't agree with everything she did, but I'm not an obsessive follower of her or anything, but I like where she's gone lately, obviously, if you've been following my content. And boy, did she find some stuff about the Macrons, which she's now being sued for, which is, I don't understand how you defame a pedophile. How do you defame a pedophile? Not in this country. Because if you read her complaint, I'm not going to go through the whole complaint because that's not what this video is. If you read the whole complaint, they admit she's basically a pedophile. This happened. They tried to turn it into this whole love story. It's disgusting. But but the Macrons are suing Candace now because over Candace saying she's that Brigitte Macron was born a man, that she's really her brother, Philippe, or whatever the name is. And if you've watched the series, if you've looked at the evidence, if you look at her, it's obvious that Candace is right. It's obvious that that's a man. It just makes so much sense because this is real easy. This would be real easy to disprove. I mean, there's plenty of tests. How about a picture? How about anything? But, I could sit here and talk about it ad nauseum, but, I could be kind of boring sometimes. So why don't we go and hear what our good friend Tim Dillon had to say about the situation, shall we? So let's go on to the content.
Take all that money that we're funding Israel with and give it to Candace Owens so she can fight her lawsuit against Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron. And here's what I'm saying. Show the puss. show the puss, show the clit.
I agree. It's real easy. Real easy. We don't even got to get into blood tests or hair samples or pictures. Come on. Let's party.
And I'm not trying to be a problem. And you know I never am. Show the puss, show the clit. I'm not saying she was born a man. I don't know.
If there's no clit, you must have quit.
There's a very easy way to put this to bed. Number one, have Brigitte Macron go on the Nelk podcast and have her show the clit to, what are their names? Kyle and Steiny. Have her show the clit, take the pussy out on the Nelk podcast. Brigitte Macron, put your bush in Kyle from Nelk's face. And let's get justice. How about justice?
I mean, it's over the top and it's hilariously funny, but it just goes to the ridiculousness of this lawsuit. And let me tell you something. There's a real good litmus test. Anybody who's there saying like, "Oh, Candace is cooked," you know, you could take their opinion and put it on the trash pile of history because, again, at best, even if she's not a man, she's a pedophile. By all standards in this country, even in Delaware, where Joe Biden is from and they sued, okay, by all standards, Brigitte Macron is a pedophile. And her husband is a victim. As crazy as that is.
Even people starving in Gaza want to know this. Even the starving children in Gaza want to see, where is the clit? Let's play a little bit of Candace here responding to this lawsuit from Brigitte and Emmanuel Macron.
You were born a man and you will die a man.
For those of you wondering where, because I dropped that line, where I had gotten that from. It's the truth. You were born a man, you will die a man. It's the truth. There's a real easy way to disprove all of this. Really, and they refuse to do it. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? They can't even show in a picture.
That's the point I'm making. So give us a
By
sample.
the way, I wish my father said that to me at like any point in my life. I wish I had that kind of support in my own household.
Tim, believe me, when they say it to you, it's not a good thing either.
You were born a man. You're a goddamn man. What? We have Candace Owens here. She's being sued by Brigitte Macron, who's the First Lady of France.
And a pedophile. At best, Brigitte Macron is a pedophile. That's best case scenario. Oh, well, she called me a man too. Well, you know, we can't have that. We can't have a pedophile being mistaken for a man.
And Candace has said Brigitte was born a gentleman.
She's born her brother.
And now I have challenged.
And where's her brother? And there's the other, like, where's your brother? What happened to him? You got any childhood pictures? Where's your first family? You supposedly had children. Where is any of it?
Brigitte to go on the Nelk Boys podcast and show her clit. And let's do this thing. End the war in Gaza. Show your bush. Show your clit to the Nelk boys. You're the First Lady of France. If you're afraid to show your pussy to Steiny from Nelk, then you don't get to be the First Lady of France. You don't get to be it.
I agree. I mean, at this point, there's just, how about just a picture? How about just a picture from your childhood? How about that? Nope, too much.
Show your pussy to Joe Rogan in his studio. Fly to Austin and spread your legs for Joe Rogan. Hey, Mom. That's weird, Mom. Well, it could definitely be worked on, Mom. It's pussy, Mom. It could definitely be. Oh, 100%. Could absolutely have been altered. Yeah, well, for sure. I saw her pussy mount. Show your pussy to Joe Rogan in Austin, Texas, and go see a show at the mothership. Show the clit. Just do it. End the speculation. Show the gash.
And the point is, there's a lot easier ways to resolve all this, and they won't. I mean, so now you just go over the top and say, let's see the clam. Come on. What test can you show us?
This is politics. It's the news. And this is what has to happen. We got to move on as a society from this war in Gaza and from this. Stop starving the children in Gaza. Show your clit to Joe Rogan. Go on Kill Tony. I'm the president of France's wife. And they say, I got a cock, but I got a clit. Boom. Red Band does a sound effect.
Oh, God, can you imagine? Can you imagine the disaster that's going on down there? And this guy has been running, and this guy and his pedophile partner have been running France now for 12 years. This is why I called it out. Then I'm like, these two are a problem, and this is before I had any inkling that Brigitte was a man. Back then, she was just a pedophile then. Brigitte was just a pedophile then. And now, like, I told you, I saw it. 12 years. There's something seriously wrong, and it didn't take me being a genius to like realize. Well, this was her teacher. She went after him at 14, 15 years old. She was in her 40s. Wasn't hard.
Make the podcast rounds and show everyone your pussy, please. Put your pussy in a Akash in Andrew Schultz's face. Schultz is like, damn. Get your pussy on flagrant. End this.
Yeah. End it.
Show your pussy to Theo Von. Let Theo Von see your French pussy and let him decide if it was at one point a small cock. That's what we have to figure out. Was her penis inverted and made into a pussy? This is politics.
And this is the saddest thing about the situation is that everybody just looked the other way, Trump included, because Trump says he needs him. He needs Macron, whatever that is. Everybody just looked away when they just thought she was a pedophile. Now it's all, she might be a man. It's a man. And I'll tell you this, for Americans and for the world, it ain't necessarily about Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron. Shit rolls downhill. What do you think? She's the first? They're the first? Clearly not. There's another one kind of hanging out there. Big Mike. Because once this shit gets exposed, once one gets exposed, because the left wants to normalize this. They want this to be a normal thing. They're dying for it to be a normal thing. Once one gets exposed, it's like boomer see, boomer do. It's monkey see, monkey do. And to these people, any attention is good attention, especially when you're pushing sexual degeneracy. They can't help themselves. They got to do it. They're going to take it. So it's not even necessarily about the Macrons. It's about protecting Big Mike.
What are tariffs? We don't even know. Put your puss on the internet. Let's keep watching this. Sorry.
So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood.
Pussy.
Figure it out real quick.
Hair strand.
How do you want to go about this? Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up?
A photo?
Raising your children. That would be fun.
Simple. Same with Mike. Hey, how about a photo of you pregnant? How about a photo of you young as a child? One? No photos of you pregnant. No photos in the hospital. No photos of you bringing your daughters home. Nothing.
Fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it. Right? That is what discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away and at least we'll see.
Now, so here's what.
And mind you, they filed this lawsuit after losing a lawsuit in their own country. They sued journalists who said Brigitte was a man. And why did they lose? Because the judge said this isn't defamation because these people truly believe you're a man. And she presented no evidence to the and Brigitte and the Macrons presented no evidence to the contrary. So this is all just a PR stunt, the lawsuit. But really what it is, it's like a litmus test to see who calls out Candace. Who's saying she's done, she's finished, no. The people doing that are the ones who don't like her Israel opinions. That's what that's all about. They want to destroy her because she calls out Israel. So they're going to act like Brigitte Macron at best is just a pedophile and wasn't born a man. Where the real serious problem isn't so much Brigitte was born a man, and it's not good. Brigitte is a pedophile. And the Macrons have been getting away with that for decades. How do you defame a pedophile in the United States? Go ahead. Love to see how that's going to work out.
But Candace's thing is that Brigitte was born something else. I think she stole the identity of her dead brother or something like that. And MK Ultra, that program that the CIA used, which was a mind control program, because I listened to this a while ago, and it is interesting. And I at the Beverly Hills Hotel, there's a French guy, and I spoke to him about this. And he did say to me, Macron, there is something. That's not French. What is French? Oui, Macron is. What is French?
That's French.
Jour de Gérard de Vaudou.
That's pretty French.
Macron, he liked the boys at the hotel. And then I said I spoke about you on my show because I know you made me famous. You made me famous on your show. But what he was saying was that it was kind of known in France a little bit that something was up with this. Maybe not. And then I've had people call me and go, conspiracy, this is nuts. Who knows? It's not going to make any sense until you show Joe Rogan your pussy. That's the way we decide things in these parts.
I agree. Like if you can't even show a photo, I mean the least you can do is go on the Rogan podcast and at least show us the clam. You know, it's a funny video. Tim Dillon's always funny and it's over the top. But whether or not Brigitte was born a man, and I think she was, isn't even the worst of it. They've been getting away with her being a pedophile for decades. Great. It was just some French love story. No, it wasn't. Macron's parents freaked out when they found out. They took him away, and she kept pursuing. The biggest piece of friggin' disgusting garbage I've ever seen. And the guy is president of France. And most of the world is defending it. And again, once one is exposed, that's it. That opens the floodgates. Because it's not really about her. It's not really about Brigitte. It's about Big Mike and the left and the whole disgusting plan finally being exposed for what it is. A real easy way to sort all this out. Yet and still here we are. So it should be interesting. I don't expect any of this to reach trial or get out of even make deposition. Because I don't know if they really understand. How could they not understand? He's the president of France. They got to understand the legal system here. They got to understand that Candace's lawyers get to depose Brigitte and everybody around her, and get to ask questions and tell the judge, like, listen, blood test is a real easy way to do this. Blood test, hair test. What's the problem here? What's the problem? They're not gonna be able to get out of it. So that whole situation is just political. It's the degenerates circling the wagons around each other. You know, Candace is not in any trouble of being sued out of existence. It's an absurd lawsuit, and any lawyer telling you otherwise should never be listened to again. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, Ladies of Liberty, for your monthly contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both channels on Rumble. If you haven't watched the video on Rumble, please do. Even a click helps. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.